Oh man, my beautiful patriots, my brothers and sisters, beautiful people around the world. Y'all see the title. We got Senator Kennedy. And it's finna get good. Y'all know we love some Senator Kennedy, y'all. And I want to send a huge shout out to the beautiful Deborah, a true patriot, for sending this over for us to check out and react to, man. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And this thing's finna get spicy. Oh man, that truck's running good today. Fresh and straight off of oil change. Just got the oil changed in it. And we riding, baby. Let's go and check this out, you guys. This thing here's finna get real. Oh boy. Senator Kennedy. God bless this fella.
Thank you all for being here. Mr. Spiegel, I see you hiding down there. What does yada, yada, yada mean?
It's showtime. Showtime?
Oh boy.
I'm not familiar with the term, Senator.
Very uncool. Can we agree that what you do, not what you say, what you do is what you believe and everything else is just cottage cheese?
Yes, Senator.
You agree with that? Speak up. Don't be shy.
What y'all think of that?
I've listened to you today. I've heard a lot of yada, yada, yadaing. And I've heard you talk about the reforms you've made. And I appreciate them. And I've heard you talk about the reforms you're going to make. But I don't think you're going to solve the problem. I think Congress is going to have to help you. I think the reforms you're talking about to some extent are going to be like putting paint on rotten wood. And I'm not sure you're going to support this legislation. I'm not. The fact is that you and some of your internet colleagues who are not here are no longer, you're not companies, you're countries. You're very, very powerful. And you and some of your colleagues who are not here have blocked everything we have tried to do in terms of reasonable regulation.
That's bad.
Everything from privacy to child exploitation. And in fact, we have a new definition of recession. A recession is when, we know we're in a recession when Google has to lay off 25 members of Congress. That's what we're down to. We're also down to this fact that your platforms are hurting children. I'm not saying they're not doing some good things, but they're hurting children. And I know how to count votes, and if this bill comes to the floor of the United States Senate, it will pass. What we're going to have to do, and I say this with all the respect I can muster, is convince my good friend Senator Schumer to go to Amazon, buy a spine online, and bring this bill to the Senate floor. And the House will
Buy a spine online. Oh man. Don't y'all love Senator Kennedy's humor, man? Sense of humor. But keeping it real though. Keeping it real.
then pass it.
Go back.
And bring this bill to the Senate floor. And the House will then pass it. Now that's one person's opinion. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. Mr. Zuckerberg, let me ask you a couple of questions. Might wax a little philosophical here. I have to hand it to you. You have convinced over 2 billion people to give up all of their personal information, every bit of it, in exchange for getting to see what their high school friends had for dinner Saturday night. That's pretty much your business model, isn't it?
It's not how I would characterize it. And we give people the ability to connect with the people they care about and to engage with the topics that they care about.
Are you sure about that?
And you take this information, this abundance of personal information, and then you develop algorithms to punch people's hot buttons, and send and steer to them information that punches their hot buttons again and again and again to keep them coming back and to keep them staying longer. And as a result, your users see only one side of an issue. And so, to some extent, your platform has become a killing field for the truth, hasn't it?
I mean, Senator, I disagree with that characterization. We build ranking and recommendations because people have a lot of friends and a lot of interests, and they want to make sure that they see the content that's relevant to them. We're trying to make a product that's useful to people and make our services as helpful as possible for people to connect with the people they care about and the interests they care about.
But you don't
That's what we
show
do.
them both sides. You don't give them balanced information. You just keep punching their hot buttons, punching their hot buttons. You don't show them balanced information so people can discern the truth for themselves. And you rev them up so much that so often your platform and others becomes just cesspools of snark where nobody learns anything, don't they?
Well, Senator, I disagree with that. I think people can engage in the things that they're interested in and learn quite a bit about those. We have done a handful of different experiments and things in the past around news and trying to show content on a diverse set of perspectives. I think that there's more that needs to be explored there, but I don't think that we can solve that by ourselves. One of the things that
Actually,
Do you think, I'm sorry to cut you off, Mr. President, but I'm going to run out of time. Do you think your users really understand what they're giving to you, all their personal information, and how you process it and how you monetize it? Do you think people really understand?
Senator, I think people understand the basic terms. I mean, I think that there's. I actually think that a lot of people overestimate how much information
It's been a couple of years since we talked about this. Does your user agreement still suck?
I'm not sure how to answer that, Senator.
Can you still hide a dead body and all that legalese where nobody can find it?
Senator, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but I think people get the basic deal of using these services. It's a free service. You're using it to connect with the people you care about. If you share something with people, other people will be able to see your information. It's inherently, if you're putting something out there to be shared publicly or with a private set of people, it's, you're inherently putting it out there. So I think people get that basic part of how the service works.
Oh, okay.
Zuckerberg, you're in the foothills of creepy. You track people who aren't even Facebook users. You track your own people, your own users who are your product, even when they're not on Facebook.
Oh boy.
I'm going to land this plane pretty quickly, Mr. Chairman. I mean, it's creepy. And I understand you make a lot of money doing it, but I just wonder if our technology is greater than our humanity. I mean, let me ask you this final question. Instagram is harmful to young people, isn't it?
Let's have it.
Senator, I disagree with that. That's not what the research shows on balance. That doesn't mean that individual people don't have issues and that there aren't things that we need to do to help provide the right tools for people. But across all of the research that we've done internally, I mean, the survey that the senator previously cited, there are 12 or 15 different categories of harm that we asked teens if they felt that Instagram made it worse or better. And across all of them, except for the one that Senator Hawley cited, more people said that using Instagram
I've
made the
gotta
different
land
issues
this
that they
plane,
face
Mr. Zuckerberg.
either positive
Land the
or.
We just have to agree to disagree. If you believe that Instagram, I know I'm not saying it's intentional, but if you agree that if you think that Instagram is not hurting millions of our young people, particularly young teens, particularly young women, you shouldn't be driving.
Woo.
It is.
Land the plane, Senator Kennedy. Land that plane. Land that plane. What y'all think of that, man? Boy. Senator Kennedy's always on point, man. Always on point. Boy. Hats off to him, man. But I'm gonna let y'all got comment down below what y'all think of that. And again, we're living in some dark times, y'all. Dark times, man. And I'm not only wishing the best in you guys' life, but your family, your kids' life, the youth, the next generation, the future, man. We're living in some dark times, you guys. But y'all comment down below, drop a like. Gotta love Senator Kennedy's sense of humor as well, though, you know. Gotta love it. True patriot, baby. True patriot. But God bless you all and your families, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.